We are now at Half Moon Bay and Cameron's pub, the patio or barbecue area, and Hangi has been put down over there. We're about, soon it'll be brought up with a nice roast pig.
I'm going to the barbecue, okay? It's a fair walk. Put on my truck, I'll go home with it.
That's it. Oh, big lamb.
What do you think, Alex?
That'd be it.
Okay, I'm now in Sydney, Australia, courtesy of PeopleSoft. I'm at Circular Quay. I've been here a few days now. This fellow's playing the didgeridoo. Over there we have the ferries, the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
$12.30. I said that he's already in the city somewhere, but I can't call you. He's making his way over.
Impressive building is the Sydney Conservatorium of Music. I'm going to show you the Opera House roof over there. You can just see it kind of poking up through the trees there. The white dome. I'm inside the lowland jungle tropical enclosure, and you can see a wealth of plants and so on. This tree contains a lot of bats. This is the view to Sydney Cove. Lots of birds here. The larger ones that are kind of white in colour with black heads, like that one there, are ibis. Seagulls and some other birds. The seeds of the cyclad fern seeds. This is the succulent garden. This is the site of the first vegetable garden in Australia. Look at that tree. There's a platypus, and then the Sydney Aquarium. And that's a turtle.
Oh, has it in his mouth. There's a crayfish in there.
I think he's got a crayfish in his mouth. Some dinner. Yum yum. This is the Australian fur seal.
거북이 팔아요.
나 진짜 이게 진짜
There's a shark.
그렇지 뭐
This is Cockle Bay in Darling Harbour. There's a picture of a cockle up there. There's Darling Harbour. Over there is the Sydney Convention Centre. Around there. That's the hotel that I'm staying in, that one there. It's called the Mercure Grand Apartments. There's a monorail station there at the foot of the apartments. There's the monorail station going around. And through there, underneath the monorail, is the Sydney Aquarium. You can kind of just make it out. This is the Berrima Jail in a town called Berrima, which is en route to Canberra. I'm spending today in Canberra. This pub is supposedly the oldest continuously licensed inn in Australia.
Now, if you look down here, you can see English writing, you'll see Aboriginal words, you'll see Korean characters. And around about 1800, and he escaped from Sydney Cove. John Batman sailed across from Launceston in northern Tasmania, across Bass Strait to Port Phillip Bay to have won the Melbourne Cup.
That's Far Lap's heart.
This is the heart of the famous Far Lap. It's not an one's male and one's female. What's it about?
Here's a view of the National Museum. This large structure represents the colours of the Aboriginals. And as you get closer into the museum, it turns red, which symbolises, I guess, the slaughter of the Aboriginals by the white people.
Inside,
the waterfall.
and Bernard will be taking us on a pretty extensive tour through Parliament House
Burley
itself.
Griffith.
He's quite skis.
It's the museum.
Little area called Cat Bay over to the right hand side. You can see why it is quite a beautiful city. little further on the
New Zealand
right-hand
High
side,
Commission.
there's the Canadian flag, so he's home. Politician or something.
The hills don't have anything on them, except that one over there that's got a communications tower on it.
This is the House of Representatives.
It'll be better if you come over this side so that it allows other groups to...
This is the Magna Carta, signed in Runnymede. The main foyer. Note the theme of Australian colours. Greens and greys, which you'd see in the eucalyptus trees. Natural lighting. Aboriginal Embassy.
Well, we're at the Australian War Memorial in Canberra.
This is looking the other way, down at the Parliament buildings. The eternal flame. This is the view of Canberra from Mount Ainslie, looking down at the old Parliament House, and then in the distance the new Parliament House where we were before. Over to the right here is Lake Burley Griffith, well, the lakes all around us actually, and then there is the downtown area. This is Lake George. I'm now at Goulburn, and this is the world's biggest merino, and I'm going to soon be going up to the top of the sheep's head and looking through its eyes. Here's the view from inside the sheep, and there we have the wool mark. There's the side view of the big merino. This is from inside the National Maritime Museum here in Sydney. This boat is completely made out of beer cans. Victoria Bitter and so on. This is still at the National Maritime Museum. Sydney downtown in the background. This is the Chinese Gardens in the heart of Sydney's Darling Harbour. Sydney's sister city is Guangzhou in China, and they were the ones that designed this garden. Note the smooth rocks. I'm here at the Rocks in Sydney, looking at the Harbour Bridge across to the North Shore and Milson's Point. There's the Opera House. That's kind of the downtown area, and in the foreground is the ferry buildings. And there's Doyle's, the famous fish restaurant. This is Gobbits Leap in the Blue Mountain Ranges, and the waterfall has just a tiny amount of water coming down it right now. We're about just over 1,000 meters up, and looking at the spectacular limestone formations in the Blue Mountains. The blue colour is caused by eucalyptus oils. the world's steepest railway. Oh, and here we go. Wow, it's very steep. The cage holding us in. We're going at around 45-degree angle here. This was used by the coal miners. Originally. And that's the Three Sisters. There's an Aboriginal story about three sisters who were turned to stone by a bunyan. Some very noisy cicadas. There's the way back. Train platform, and you can see how steep the track is there looking up. This Katumba Falls, a little more water in them than the last falls we saw at Gobbits Leap. Here's some shots of the coal mine.
Seriously injured by a fallen rock and died. Sounds pretty bad. It wasn't easy. Well, how did the miners leave?
View of the station for the world's steepest train, and the ridge up there where the bus is parked at the top. There's a view, another view of the Katumba Falls. This is a termite mound.
Can't really see me like that, except it get hot.
Welcome aboard the Scenic Centre, Australia's steepest cable car ride. You're about to take a 545-metre journey to the top station. Straight ahead is the Katumba Falls, and to their left is Open Rock. Katumba is an Aboriginal word meaning shiny, tumbling water. On your right are the famous Three Sisters. Back in the sandstone cliff face on your left-hand side is one past the Orphan Rock. You can see right through the rock itself. Please steady yourself as we swing through the tower. When we arrive at the top station, you can enjoy more spectacular...
Three Sisters Fountain. This fountain represents...
And one of the enclosure. Now if, for any reason, one of the...
This is a sulphur-crested cockatoo. This is a southern cassowary, having a little nap. See a little Joey. This is a sleeping koala. This is what they do for most of the time.
Snakes are really nice. I like eating them. But we normally keep all the really good leaves out for when we could use them on the purchase. Until they come to
Fine, yeah.
Okay.
It's a Tasmanian devil sleeping. It's an echidna, I think.
Yeah. There's another one. One's in a bank.
For basketball,
Homebush Bay,
gymnastics,
Olympics
Stadium
buildings.
Australia, of course, is the next major venue we have
complex.
there. There's the New South Wales Hockey Centre. Beyond the Hockey Centre, we have the Old State Sports Centre, and towards the right-hand.
Bull's Head, Sydney, on the North Shore. We're looking at the bridge. Some very exclusive apartments there. The harbour in downtown Sydney. A few ferries. And this is looking across the harbour to the south. View from the harbour bridge. This is the view from my hotel, the Grand Mercure Apartments, into Darling Harbour, and straight across there is the IMAX cinema. To the left, sorry, to the right, just out of our view, is some of the exhibition halls. The building in the centre of the picture behind the IMAX is the Northern Territory tourist building. And that series of freeways is known as the Western Distributor. In the foreground we have Cockle Bay, which is the other side of Darling Harbour. This side that I'm taking the picture from is known as Harbour Side. There's some tourist boats. This is the Sydney downtown skyline, the tower being Centrepoint Tower. These are all the various other buildings. Down there is the Sydney Aquarium, which is very interesting. And some more shops and so on down there. In the foreground here is the Sydney Maritime Museum, which is good as well. And there's a ship and a lighthouse and so on down there. Now we're looking towards this being the Sydney downtown, and that's the North Shore, which is a city in its own right. Across the harbour there, the bridge is just to the right of the downtown there, and it goes across to the North Shore. We can't actually see it from here. So now I'm panning around. This is the exit of Darling Harbour into the Sydney Harbour. This building is the Star City, which is the casino here in Sydney. And just over there is what's known as the Anzac Bridge, and the two flags. The closer one is the Australian flag, and the other one is the New Zealand flag. And that's the hotel again. Here's a shot of the gym. Looking out, again we have that lovely view of the city and the harbour. This tree is known as a black boy or a tree grass. Grows very tall.
Snake size, like I said, can get down a half-grown rat. The way it does that isn't by dislocating its jaws like a lot of people think. The whole skull structure is quite loosely fused together, And also, they're been 25 years and never seen a snake. And you look around, and it's perfect habitat for snakes. It's just that those people don't know where to look for them, and the snake's already taken off before they get anywhere near them. You know? So if you know where to look, there's lots and lots of. There's snakes in all through the zoo grounds. So, and we never have any.
We get quite excited about things. Please don't lick my arm. That's disgusting. And you'll be able to come out, hold up a carrot, hand feed one of the giraffes, just like that. We're going to put up a few ropes so you don't get too close and don't get taken out by the head of.
Oh, look at that. I knew exactly where it was.
Stay in the middle, I said no.
The view from Sydney's Taronga Zoo, looking out to downtown Sydney, the Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Missed out on it. Very strong winds and rain, fires here in Sydney. This wind's blowing over the sign. It's the view from PeopleSoft, Chatswood, and in the distance there's some fires. You can see the smoke from the fires that are surrounding Sydney right now. This is Sally, an AIS technician doing a great job. She's a little shy. And around here we have Roger, our star DBA, the best DBA that we've got in Australia for PeopleSoft, the only one. Here we have our leader, Stephen, and Michael over there. You want to say something? Okay, that's good enough. This is the building that I work at, PeopleSoft building in Chatswood. The shot of Sydney from the Botanical Gardens, looking at the harbour. There's the Opera House with the bridge in the background. Oh yeah, look at all the Santas on the ship, ferry. And that's the North Sydney over there.
We're at the Botanical Gardens looking at...
This is Manly Beach. Surfers out there. Norfolk pines on the side. Cadman's Cottage, built in 1816. This is the first and oldest building in Australia. It's in the Rocks district and it's now a museum, a national parks museum. The ocean used to be lapping at the front door when this was built. Old buildings in the Rocks district. There's some marketplace and there's the bridge in the background there. This is the Hunter Valley wine country. And this is Sawbell's Wines. And a nice rustic building there. We just had some wine tasting. This is Williams Winery in the Hunter Valley region. Just done a tasting in there. This is Port Stephens and we're out on a boat hoping to see some dolphins. Real live Aussie bushfire in the Sydney suburb of Barora. You can see the fire crew over there, just on the other side of the road, battling with the flames, trying to put them out. We have police, all sorts. Look at that, sparks going up. Whoa, we better get out of here, quick-go. Wow, you can hear the sound. Okay, now we're in New Zealand and it is Karangahape Road we're looking at. Saturday evening we're proceeding over to the restaurant across the road, and I just wanted to point out that this is the Las Vegas Strip Club. This is important to me because it's where one of the places my stag party went to. This is a recording, folks. You're on live camera. There's a camcorder. Alright. Shut my door.
For dinner? Every weekend.
So Mark, how's the food?
Very nice.
Good. How's it going, Jane? Think about Joan, sorry.
Okay, moving on.
Hi, Richard. Hi. There's Lee.
Hi, Richard. Right here in Kirkwood. Not a good idea. We're about 3
Jana.
hours away.
You're on camera. Cool. I'm doing what you do best. Getting you on film. Welcome. Mike, greetings. Good to see you here. You're on time.
What did you get, Lee?
You're doing a great job, Paul. Go get a Korean woman. Okay, that's enough.
Where was that taken? eat you there.
Mrs. Johnson, where was that taken?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
The snapper, where would that have been taken?
That had been taken back outside now. That's no wonder you ask. Way past Coromandel and on the
I'll be giving your mum a call
eastern side.
You're getting a bit of a whack there, Phil.
And we had a
As long as you've been good, you'll get some great Pokemon cards.
Well, it's worth it, Alex. Pokemon cards are very good.
Hey Philip, Rebecca's saying you get to see from here. And your mother, yeah, but that's fine
We're looking at a great spotted kiwi. I'm not sure if the light is sufficient here. This is the tuatara, a prehistoric form of New Zealand lizard. Note the scales on the back. Duvassel's gecko, native to New Zealand.
Holes in the side of the cage, so I must be able to get through.
There's a Kia. This is a New Zealand pied still.
Wow.
That's a weka. Watch out for the sheep, Cindy. We're coming up to some sheep. Careful driving. Hey, why are you on that side of the road? Cindy?
Wow.
Look at the camera.
Hi.
Good girl.
They're all over the road. I've never seen this before. This is amazing.
This is the farmer taking the sheep from one. This is the Wanganui River. And there's Cindy. And there's a nice house up there. And there's the cookie time monster. And we just stopped in to check out the... This is my grandmother Sheila Burges' house, which is just sold. This is the neighbour's house, and his house has also just been sold. But the neighbour actually purchased my grandmother's house. And our rental car, it's a Toyota Corona, which I guess is the precursor to a Camry. Very nice, Cindy. And in the background we have Andrew Anderson and Shirley's house. And we're going to take you in and give you a guided tour of that house. Lovely landscape gardens. This is Andrew's Holden Commodore at Raumahti Beach. Going strong. Kokoriki Hill.
A few miles south of
Now here we have Andrew Anderson in his new house. Andrew, lovely house. I'm going to give the guided tour. This is the conservatory. Cindy's standing in the conservatory. The cats are normally here, but they're hiding right now. This is the main living room. Some lovely flowers on the table. And here are the fish. See the fish tank? These are all the fishes, that lovely multicoloured ones swimming around there. Beautiful. I'm going to do the loop now, and we're going to go into the kitchen. There's the kitchen. Lots of things on the refrigerator, and there's a shot down to the master bedroom where the master of the house, that's Andrew Anderson, lives. This is Andrew's room, the little room that we stayed in. This is the Kapiti coast, Raumahti beach looking out to Kapiti Island. We're here with Andrew and Cindy. Coming up the Raumahti hill, and that's a view of, the Paikokori hill, and that's a view of Raumahti, and in the distance we have Paraparam, and out there is Kapiti Island, a little bit cloud covered. This is Wellington from the top of Mt Victoria, and there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a jumbo jet about an Air New Zealand 737, I stand corrected, about to land at Wellington International Airport. As you can see, it's stuck between the bay and the harbour on a little isthmus, and there it lands. It hasn't got very long to go to clear. Touchdown. There it is, it's touchdown, we have a success. Beautiful. Wow. It's a bit cloudy today. There's Wellington Harbour. The large dome down there is the Westpac Sports Arena. There's downtown Wellington, and in amongst those buildings we have the Beehive. I'm inside the National Museum of New Zealand, or Te Papa, in Wellington. It's featuring a Lord of the Rings exhibit, which is a current movie here in New Zealand, being filmed here. This is the Briton, New Zealand's most famous motorbike.
Hotel in Napier on Halloween night.
Oh really?
Fire was thrown out at the tip and it was salvaged by Jeff Thompson.
Here's some of the sheep species in New Zealand. Its economy grew off the sheep's back. There's the Beehive, New Zealand's Parliament buildings. This is the view from the treehouse in the Wellington Botanical Gardens. Mich's home in the heart of the Wairarapa, not far from Carterton. They're in the process of building it, and you can see some of the windows are not yet in place. The building over there is the outhouse, and there's Mich and Edie. They've just come back from letting the dog off, and here's the dog. Wow. And over here we have Liz. Once again. Hi. And Cindy, and we're in the garden. Let's do a little shot of the garden. Wow, what a nice veggie garden. We have broccoli there, lettuce, sweet peas, beans, rhubarb, broad beans, you name it, we have it. Dog, and up here is the bus. where Liz, Mick and the crowd are living right now. And that little fence is to keep Edie in. I'm going to do a panorama shot now so you can see the lovely landscaping. There's the driveway. And there's the pond, and this is the New Zealand themed and landscaped gardens. Up there is the hill behind the house. And that's the shed that Cindy and I slept in there. I'll take you for a look in there shortly. That's the water storage tank. This is where Blue, the dog, got buried.
It's resting in peace.
The Great Dane Blue.
1987 to 2000.
And what's this little shed over here?
That's the pumpers.
That's where the pump is. And that's the pond with some lovely native red aquatic fern. Looks like algae, but it's actually an aquatic fern.
Oh, that's a dog.
And this water is used for irrigation and so on.
No, don't stand on it.
There's the view of the section again from up here, and there's the house.
A composting toilet. It's got a chamber in the bottom that we periodically clean out, probably about, I don't know, maybe once every 18 months sort of thing. Use the compost to put around trees, and we just sprinkle sawdust over your poo, and you don't worry about the wee. Okay. Yeah, pretty flowers.
Well, thanks for that commentary, Liz.
That's alright.
Here's the view from inside the toilet. Very elegant with pot plants and all sorts. Little window there. And a vanity mirror up there so Cindy can check her makeup. This is the old Barry Burge ute. It's been done up. Had a new paint job. And there's Mick driving it.
Like my ute, I bought it off this old lady in Ruafakaidu. One lady owner. Low mileage, no rust, never been pranged. Goodbye.
There's the view from up the hill. Now the valley below. This is the... Down there is Featherdale. Then Greytown, Carterton, and way up there you can see a bit of white smoke. That's Masterton. Now these are Liz's neighbours. This is the rich solicitor who's got the big house with the pool and the wave making machine. And right next door here in the foreground we have the stables being built and some folks with horses. Lovely. This is the Scarecrow holding a guitar. Mr. Scarecrow. The local council has some kind of a competition. And that's looking up the driveway into Liz's house.
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
There's the bus. This is the grey water collection place. And there's the view up looking at the house. The walk through of the bus. Here's the kitchen area. Liz has just made us a lovely cup of coffee. And she's doing a bit of a clean up. There's Cindy sitting there. Hi Cindy.
Hello.
And over here we have Edie eating her bickies with Marmite on them. Mmm. You like that, Edie? Is that nice? Not that interested in talking to me. And now as we come down here. Here on the right we have the shower. You need half an hour's notice for that, by the way. And then here is the master bedroom, separate room. And up here we have where Cully normally sleeps, and it's not a prison, it's a cot. Oh, that's Edie's bed. Do the pan around. And this is where Cully normally sleeps here, but he's like, there he is now, having a little sleep on his back. And here's the view from the other end. There's Cindy again. Oh, she looks better on this side. And there's Liz smiling. That's what we like to see. Hi, Edie. Hi. There's Edie again. How's the Marmite sandwich? Vicky?
Is it
good?
Is it yummy? Yummy, isn't it?
Looking out to the Hinakura Ranges. Beyond those ranges is the coast. The Admiral Hill in Gladstone, looking out to the Castle Ranges. And this is an area where Murray used to work. Buckhorn Tavern. Liz used to work here. We're in Carterton. It's a very old town, Carterton. This building is 1950, and Mick's even shown us some buildings dating back into the 1940s. One of the first areas settled in New Zealand. In the Tararua National Park, surrounded by a lot of lovely foxgloves. What's the name of the bridge?
No idea, Bridge. No idea, Bridge. Richard.
No clue.
It's across the Rumataka River?
Wahine.
Wahine, sorry.
We went over this. All right.
There's the view of the river from the swing bridge. There's a little waterfall. Mick and Cindy up there. And there's the view downriver. This is the herb garden that Liz used to work at, and her friend Fiona used to own it. Inch forward a little. Liz used to grow the herbs in the garden back there. This is where Liz and Mick met. Fiona has since sold the property. Hey Edie, wave to the camera.
Look at Richard's filming you on his video camera. Wave to him.
There's some sheep having a rest. This is Craters of the Moon near Taupo, an area of thermal activity. There's Cindy with the steam showing up behind her there. Steam coming up from the path here. This is the Matahina Dam and Lake Matahina in the Bay of Plenty. This is Hopi Beach in front of my mother's plot of land. That little island out there is Whale Island, and further out is White Island. You can see plumes of volcanic steam. This is Whakatane Harbour. Some of the beach. There's looking out to the ocean. And Whale Island in the background, and the statue of the lady in the foreground. This is Canterbury House, where my grandmother Sheila Burge now resides. It's a retirement home in Rotorua. This is Old Taupo Road, and across the road is the golf course. Sheila is in the orchid wing, and I think that's her room there. Photos. Yeah, I got some of the parks outside.
Yes. Oh, outfits you got on.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So it's a nice sunny day out there today.
Good.
So what's this you're reading today, Grandma?
Oh, I don't think much of it. I finished it anyway, so you can take it and read it if you like.
The Other Margaret by Jill Murray. Was it good?
No, it's all right.
It's all right.
About it.
Okay. There's the cat, and this is Sheila's usual table mates. She usually sits at that table, but today she's sitting with me. Where's Edie? Oh, there's Edie. Come on, Edie. We're about to go on a tour of the bus. There it is, Gabriel and James's residence and Stanley's. There's the wool shed and the cattle yards. Here's the inside of the bus.
You got it, or a day after or something?
Who have you got there, Stan?
Who's
Edie knew.
Look at that. Who's that, Edie? Yeah, of course. There he is. Stanley.
Edie. Hi.
Stan. This is like real candid camera, isn't it? Oh, we've both got him. Smile, Stan. Yes. Stanley.
It's a book.
Here's James and Mick arriving with the boat. Here's the boat. It's a Dominator with a Yamaha 85 horsepower boater. Comes complete with fish finder up there. This is the dog Joe. Under the bus there.
That's the video.
She's 50 minutes in Melbourne. And they had the big farewell, Uncle Les and Deb and Christine, they were all there to farewell. And she drove down and Les has taken their car. So.
All right, Stan, I'm getting you very good. You're a good rider.
So this was said to run the airport before Barry left.
Well, that's right. You were right with Elizabeth, but I didn't think of it. No, it's good for Barry to watch people.
Cold, was it, Edie?
Well, it could have taken them an hour to get through customs.
Recording.
Okay. Keep your feet still, Tara.
Go on, Cindy.
Okay, ready?
You're ready.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bingo.
Alright. I counted fast. Should we do another just for good measure?
I think we're there. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it going to happen again in a hurry? No.
A really good false smile.
Did you smile?
Elizabeth.
You smile. Somebody counts down to 10.
Would you like to say something, Liz?
Not really, but thanks for the offer.
What about you, Edie? Do you want to say something?
Richard?
boy.
Thank you, Richard, for giving me the opportunity to be on your film.
My pleasure. Cully, you want to say something?
No, you've got to stay in here because the
Yeah.
photos are going to become unless you want
Come on, Stan, say something.